Alright, when we finished last time, we finished the About section, and we had these two float next to each other. Next we're going to go into the sandwich section. And what I've done is a little bit of extra, so that we had just section, and then H1, and then a closed section. We're going to add these, and this is the infrastructure is going to be every single one of our sandwiches is going to have this structure. They're all going to be a separate article. The important thing to remember is that these articles are children of section, so you want to make sure that this closed section, in fact this closed section here, I'm going to go ahead and comment, and I'm going to say end of sandwich section. It's always good to, when you have multiple sections, to comment the end of the section so that you know where that closed section goes to. So I'm going to select it, do Control/, and now I know that this right here, this section is going to be the end of that section. I've already had and created the structure just to save some typing. So each of these, you can see I made two of them. I'm going to make the first one I'm going to fill out. The second one I'm going to be copying and pasting because we have 6 sandwiches. So I'm just going to go ahead and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 sandwiches. So I need 6 of these articles. So let's go ahead and see how we do this. First, I think this one is going to say our sandwiches. Our sandwiches is what the main heading is for that section. All right, and then each of these articles. So this first article is going to be for the Bobby. So inside figure, we're going to have an image. And the source of that one is going to be the Bobby JPG. We can see that right here. So it's going to be images/Bobby.jpg. And then the other thing we're going to need is an alt tag and the Bobby sandwich. Okay, so that is the figure. Then we have 2 figure captions here. The first figure caption is going to have the name of the sandwich, so I'll just go ahead and copy and paste that here. And then this fig caption is going to have this information here, the description of the sandwich. Okay. And that's the end of that. So once you finish the first one, then you can go ahead and copy the structure. So I recommend you do it just this way. Make 2 of them first. Actually, make 1. Copy and paste it. That's 2. Fill 1, right? And then copy the blank one and paste it underneath. Now, you can make 6 of these, but I think it'd be a hard try keeping track of 6. It's easy to just keep track of 2. All right, so the second article is going to be for the cold turkey. See, I got that right? Let's see, article. Okay, yeah. So, in the figure, we're going to have image, and the source of that is going to be images/ and what do we call that? :turkey and .jpg. Okay, and then I'm going to copy cold turkey and paste it in the H1s. Because I'm going to put that image tag. And then for this one right here, I'm going to take this, copy it, and paste it in here. Okay, 2 are done. I'm going to pause and put in the rest because you don't need to watch me do the rest of this. Okay, I filled in all the spaces here, and what you didn't see me doing was the debugging. I had, well, here's another one. I had 2 slashes here. So one of the things was I was missing sandwich pictures. Remember, it's images, then sandwich pictures, then the name of the sandwich. And then I had a couple of misspellings in there, so it took me a while to debug, but I finally got the page the way it needs to look, and that's this right here. And you can see that we have our sandwiches, and we have a picture in each one, and then a fig tag, and then all the rest of them down here. So the only thing that's left is that we have to start styling these so they look a little bit better. Alright, so now we're done with the content, and again, all I did was these articles. Notice I've also commented each end of each article. That's a good thing to do, so I know there's so many articles and so many sections that you want to comment at the end of each one so that you know which goes to what thing rather than just hoping for the best. And then here's my extra blank one at the bottom. I don't need this anymore, so I can get rid of it. But I used that black one as a template to create all the others, and then I don't have to worry about that. But you can see I have an end of section, end of each that. Alright, so let's go ahead into our styles and figure out how we're going to be styling this. Alright, so move on down to the bottom. So we want them to go side by side. So after the About section, we're going to have a hash sandwich and article. So we're going to take each of the articles and we're going to style them up. So one of the first things we want to do is we want to display them as block. It's inline block, because we want them to not span the entire size of the container. Okay, and then we're going to give them a specific width, so they will all fit on the page, or at least 3 of them at a time. So we'll do 300 pixels. Remember, we took the extra margin off figure at the very top, so we didn't have to worry about that. And then let's go ahead and add some padding, and we'll do 5 pixels up and down, and we'll do 30 pixels left and right. And what else do we want to do? Let's do a margin also. So we'll do margin, and the same as so. The padding keeps it away from the border, and the margin keeps it away from each article away from each other. So let's do 5 pixels up and down, and then 30 pixels left and right. See how that looks? Uh-oh, that doesn't look right. Okay. Okay, and then let's just do overflow auto. And that will keep the pictures from overflowing the article, because those pictures are big. You gotta start shrinking them down. Alright, let's do file, save all, and refresh. And they disappeared. Alright, so there's the sandwiches. Okay, so now you can see that they're stacking up nicely. But you can see this this scroll thing here is actually for the picture, because the picture is outside of the bounds of the article. We just kept them together using that overflow. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we can do about those images. Okay, so we're going to do hash sandwiches, and figure image. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to shrink them down a little bit. So we're going to make it the height to be 90%. Oops, not 90 pixels, 90%. And that means it's going to be 90% of the height of the container. And the same with the width. And the width is going to be 90%, so we're going to shrink the picture down to fit inside our containers that we have, because right now they're overflowing. File, save all, and then refresh, and then refresh. All right, that didn't do anything. What's going on here? Okay. Oh, I spelt out image. IMG. Alright, that's what we want to do. The image tag is what we're really doing, even though I say it's for the images. Okay, and then refresh. Alright, now what's going on? It's still not working, right? Okay. Sandwich, see? It's sandwich, not sandwiches. You gotta be precise. Should probably call it sandwiches. I keep wanting to type that. Hey! Okay, so now everything's all nicely constructed. Alright. Okay, so you can see some pictures are higher than the other. So what we want to do is, we want to do a vertical alignment. So that, right, see how this is? It's not aligned to the top, it's aligned to the baseline, which is the bottom. So all we have to do is add one more thing to here. And that is vertical align and make it to the top. Whoops. Then file, save all, and then refresh. See how that all lined up nicely now? Excellent. You can also get rid of the overflow because they're no longer overflowing. So if I want, let me go ahead and comment this out. I like to comment it out first so that if something goes wrong, I can go and just add it back in again. And then refresh, and you can see nothing happens. So we didn't need that overflow anymore. We needed it at the beginning just so everything didn't look crazy. But now that we have the pictures at 90%, they never overflow because they're always 10% on that. All right, well, that ends this lesson.